Hey y'all, before we begin the Ace Attorney stream today, I want to talk kinda seriously for a moment about stuff that's been going on for me outside of streams. I'll try and make this quick so we can start up the game with Riley, JB, and Cleaver as soon as possible. But for now, let's discuss. So, while I've been having a blast doing these streams and sharing the good times me and my friends have been having playing these games with all y'all, these Twitch streams have never really paid the bills. Over the past year, I've been earning my primary source of income as a rideshare driver. The pay has been sporadic, but it's so far covered me pretty well over the time I've been focusing on building a stream presence and moving out on my own. However, last week, whilst driving around town, a car crashed into the right side of my car and did enough damage that the airbags deployed and that my car got totaled. So naturally, all of this has left me kinda stressed in the past couple weeks, to say the very, very least. Now, at this point, a lot of this car stuff is being dealt with by insurance, and I've been working with them to get all this sorted out. However, whilst I sort all this stuff out, I don't have a car, and while I don't have a car, I can't do my rideshare job, and thus have no income flowing in. So, here's where all of y'all sort of come in here. Until I can get back to my regular job, I've made myself a GoFundMe page to try and help cover the costs of my bills for the next 2 months. Now, I'm very happy and very, very, very grateful to say that in the first couple of days alone, this fundraising campaign has already earned enough money to help cover my bills for the next month. However, in the event that I can't get all this car stuff sorted by the end of September, I'm going to need some coverage for the October bills as well. If you feel so inclined to be generous and help out a streamer in need, I've adjusted the donations button below the stream window to link to the GoFundMe page. Alternatively, if you're watching on mobile, you can type !donate in the chat to be given a link to the GoFundMe. And hey, even if you can't donate right now because you don't have the means to do so, that's totally understandable. Even sharing the link for the fundraiser around to folks you know who might be able to help would be help enough, really. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be hosting a big fundraising stream to help get this fundraiser to the finish line. And that's going to be happening from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be lots of fun games and lots of cool friends stopping by, so hopefully y'all can make it to that and help boost this fundraiser toward the end goal. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to my situation, and now, on with the show.
Hi.
Yeah. Hello. And this is the show.
Bro.
This is the show that is the show. Would you believe it?
No.
Wow. It's hard to believe that this is a show, but it is.
Hang on.
Oh, yeah?
So what?
I was under the impression that it was.
You're telling me
Mm-hmm.
that this, right here, right now, is a show?
Who could have saw this coming?
So everybody I know is a character on the show. And it's about
Yeah?
nothing. There's a reference. Now then.
If I knew Columbo more, I would make a reference of, like, just one more question and then try to follow it up with something
Just
he
one
would
more
say.
question.
Just one more question. Just one small question.
Dick Gumshoe as Columbo.
Probably, yeah. So, yes, indeed, we are back with more Ace Attorney. Let me ask this question, y'all. Anyone here remember what happened last time?
It feels like ages ago.
I won't lie. My main recollection of the last Ace Attorney stream was Meekins having a time and Riley getting quite tilted.
Mm.
That's my main memory.
That is also my takeaway.
I was actually to the point that when I was watching the VOD of last week's stream, I'd made a point of looking to see how much more Meekins was left in the case because I wanted to make things easier.
You want a
for
voice
Riley.
by the end of this?
So, I would say that now seems as good a time as any to prep ourselves and hop on in. We've seen Trial Former, now it's time for Trial Ladder. February 24th,
February.
12:14 p.m. District Courtroom. Oh. Hang on.
I'm hanging on. Oh God, I'm hanging on. Please, somebody get me up.
Oh my goodness.
Hurry.
Dropped
It's-
JB.
Hey.
I dropped JB.
Oh my God. Why? They were
Thought
so.
it'd be funny.
They were so close.
They were so close.
Bye, JB.
I can't
Bye,
believe.
GB.
Bye, JB.
I need a soundboard of Chris Redfield from RE5 where it's like the come on, Sheva, come on, hurry.
Anyway, February 24th, 12:14 p.m. District Courtroom.
Number 9. Number 9.
7!
No, it's 9.
It's
The
number
court
9.
would now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Emma didn't
I
come
don't
back.
know why I'm going into kind of a Mr. Magoo sound with this, but I'm not going to judge it.
Emma didn't come back from the recess, which means her voice actor is gonna have to settle for the judge today, I guess.
I'm fine with that.
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand.
Means I don't have to do as much gymnastics getting these voices out there.
It's true. It's very good for your throat. Unlike for me today, the officer in charge of guarding the evidence room the day of the crime.
A moment of silence for Miles. All right, moment's over.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Ugh. Oh, we're starting off from a position.
I'm going to fucking die.
I hate it when I start from a position.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. Oh.
As for no name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
Ooh, not the Howlin' Wolf though.
A
That's
moment of
blue
silence to hear the howling wind call his name.
Harshal.
Harshal? I might need to get my ears cleaned.
Also, hello, Roach. And hello,
Hello.
Mist. I don't think I got to say
Hey,
hello to
Roach.
Mist yet, but
Oh,
hello.
man.
Howdy, partner. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howlin' Wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner.
The papers.
They have my name too.
What do you mean?
A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
Desperado, you know no paper can sum you up.
Is that a song lyric?
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly.
I assume since you had that just ready.
Does anyone in this city's police department know how to answer a fucking question?
No.
Like, just answer it. Don't, like, saying that's what the papers... That's not an answer. You know? Like,
Look,
you're under oath.
But look, Riley, if we had to describe answers as being answered or not answered, if we had to describe these questions as being answered or not answered, I think they would fall
They're not answered.
into the
They're
latter
not
category.
Yeah, not answered. Exactly.
In
That is
plain
the
old
fucking
English,
problem.
please.
See, even the judge is fucking tired of this bullshit. And he
Even
accepts
me.
everything that is given to him.
Even me.
Riley, what's your thoughts on this case so far?
I don't understand why it took society so long to realize that cops are all pieces of garbage when we had this case study fucking 20 years ago.
It's useful.
It is useful.
I just wanted to make that
Ace
reference.
Attorney radicalized me.
Hey, partner, you feeling up for being radicalized.
Discount Overwatch looking son of a bitch.
That is what I was going for. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard.
Already
Sit
failing.
They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style.
The
So I
judge
just suck at my job.
said plain English, and his first sentence is a fucking euphemism about being a cowboy.
And what's your fucking problem? Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. It's Hoon. If I remember right, I was a streetwide saloon at the time it went down.
No, you weren't, because saloons aren't a fucking thing anymore.
I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail.
It's Hoon.
Your Honor.
What does that mean?
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude.
Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Oh!
I was about to come back with a I can't say I'm a fan either of something, and then the game fucking did it for me.
Once again, the game is 2 steps ahead of us. Wait a minute. Your Honor, I'd like everything the witness said to be thrown out as irrelevant, because they did not answer a single question. And what do you mean by 2 security systems, too?
I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those.
Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lockers?
Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? Doohickeys looks weird when you see it in writing.
It does. Especially because I think that you could spell doohickeys a number of ways. I wouldn't...
Like hoodickies.
Yeah.
And none of them would look right.
This guy is not my kind of guy. He's not being very helpful.
You know what I really can't wait for?
What?
I can't wait for fucking for fucking cowpoke Jim over here to somehow pin this all as being Edgeworth's fault.
He's not that
like
good.
It's his fault. Sorry, go ahead.
You're fine. No, I could see it. He's not that good with machines or with following orders.
I could see how it's my fault.
Fucking Marshall's gonna somehow spin him not knowing what his job is and not knowing all the fucking security systems that he's in charge of. Somehow that's Edgeworth's fault. Like, I'm just waiting for that reveal where, actually, Miles, fuck you. This is your problem.
It's all on you, Miles.
Because everything else has been somehow.
Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
I swear.
Riley, why the fuck did you guess this?
This one seems like trouble. Whoa. Stinky. Whoa. Okay, Miss Wright, it's all yours.
Oh, great. Leave me with this guy. Fantastic.
Ugh, God.
I just, Hold it.
I didn't know. Yeah, okay, yeah.
How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? And why are you calling it a bone orchard?
Because I got a glass eye and I put it in the evidence room. You got it?
Wait, what?
More questions now, JB.
I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. That room's so still, even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who entered the recordings.
You interred them?
I don't know what I'm fucking saying.
I've had a lot of sarsaparilla.
Videos and nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes had to be erased every 6 hours.
That is way too often.
Each time
That
I
is...
erase... That is way... No, you complain about the obvious downfalls of the police system.
Yeah, that is 4 times a day is way too often to be clearing the fucking security tapes.
It is.
They probably couldn't afford good tapes.
That's no fucking
Long
excuse.
ones. Yeah, I know.
It was 2004. Get off my back. Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life.
Except in how you're not. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Hold it. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right?
Ain't you heard a word I said, partner?
No.
I told you that ain't my style.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
No desperado I know lets rules get in his way.
Desperado, don't let rules get in your way.
What sucks is when the screen share lags, so I get the last second of him drinking.
No desperados I know joined the police force. You wanna be desperado?
Hi, it's me, Desperate Otto.
Pan.
More like Desperano.
Desperado?
Oh shit.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Your Honor, what are you doing up there on the stand?
Definitely not playing Sudoku on my phone. Definitely not. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, did you get this movie?
Just between you and me, and the rest of the people in this fucking courtroom, I didn't set foot in the evidence room then.
That doesn't seem true. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
Sorry, partner, can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks.
How does this guy avoid being fired? Like, he's not showing up for anything. He's just turned the, entryway to the evidence room into a saloon. Or just some sort of, Clint Eastwood, dream. And anyway, hold it. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct?
Of course, back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence.
Oh yeah? Would you say that you joined the police force in the middle of their, gold rush of evidence?
Yeah?
I mean, he did kind of just say that.
And yet
he
you
just said it
didn't.
with his whole mouth.
And yet you didn't know about.
Just with his whole mouth.
And yet you didn't know. And yet you didn't know about the. And yet you didn't know about. And yet you didn't know.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, and yet you didn't know.
Alright, I'll let you finish.
And yet you didn't know.
I think that's the first time that joke
didn't
read as
know.
a YouTube poop more than just a full-on no butt.
And
And
yet
yet you didn't yet.
and yet you didn't know about the fig. And yet you didn't know.
mean to stop you that time.
And yet you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism.
We waited for that?
I was about to cry. Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines.
Why are you about to cry?
Because I'm just like, spit it out, man. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works.
What?
That's really fucking sad.
They had bikes in the 1800s. That's not a newfangled
farthings.
invention.
Penny farthings. They had tall bike.
That's quite incredible that you don't know how a bike works.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. But I usually don't trust his level of intelligence.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is irrelevant to the case. Wah. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? Wah.
Why'd you say wow?
I'm allowed to say wah.
Alright, partner.
Hold it. What were you doing in a place like the saloon? What?
I was eating spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
I was eating spaghetti.
I was having...
I wasn't looking at the screen whenever JB said that, so I was like, that's a good bit. And then I saw, I was like,
That's the game.
not a bit.
Not
a
bit.
bit this one.
Just
Seems
Marshall.
the game has made me happy.
The game has said Marshall can has little spaghetti.
As a treat.
Can I has not even Angel steak lunches can beat that parlor's Vongola sepia pasta. I don't know if I said that right.
Vongole, don't know.
Get it? 'Cause spaghetti western?
Do you mean to tell
Okay,
us?
I know that's what it's gonna be. Come on.
You abandon your police duties to eat some noodles?
I'm trying. I can't.
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
You're not a desperado.
That's not what I meant. I hope that has at least taught you a lesson.
That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want to a raise this year?"
That was a good Edgeworth impression there.
It was.
That's Whitmer as Phoenix as Edgeworth.
As JB.
It's
Too many layers.
too many layers. Not enough.
Not
onion.
enough, if you ask me.
Out of ammo, Officer Marshall.
That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence.
Ammo and evidence are two drastically different things, unless they aren't.
If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you'd better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset.
You live here.
This man
One
lives at the
thing's good.
courthouse? That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything.
Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
Wish I was back in Texas. Is that
Okay.
true?
This is like
As the resident Texan,
Wasn't even born in Texas, but I did get my Texas key, so yeah.
So, would it be said of you?
if
JB?
you're in charge,
are you quite large?
Well, everything's bigger in Texas.
Mhm.
if you're in charge of watching the security cameras for a specific room, and a
Mhm.
murder happens in that room when you're supposed to be watching the security cameras, saying, "Oh, sorry, I left my position to go eat some spaghetti," is not a fucking legal defense.
I bet no. Look,
You are going to be investigated to prove that you did not intentionally abandon your position because you knew that this was going to happen.
Makes sense to me.
You can't just say, "Oh, sorry, I'm Texan, I don't take orders." Fuck you.
But I'm Texan and I don't take orders from no one.
excuse me. I would like to order some spaghetti. No, I don't take orders here. You're in Texas.
No.
cannot stand this man.
You couldn't stand the last man either.
None of these men can we
What
stand.
was the common thread between the two men, Whitmer?
I get it. Also, apparently your superiors don't. I'll admit I've lost the thread. I don't know what that line is about. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. And now to get this, you'll appreciate this. I'm gonna play this like we're gambling, playing a card game around the table. Okay, so we need to present a trump card piece of evidence.
Blah 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 blah.
Down. So if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail, which is his way of saying you better have evidence that this is significant. So
Murder happened on your watch, and you weren't there. What are you fucking talking?
SL9 incident files of the Joe incident solved 2 years ago. This is closed. Perpetrator Joe Dark, crime serial murder, sentenced death. Victims: Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall. That's probably a relation. Trial data: head prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Witnesses: Lana Skye and Emma Skye. Investigation task force: executive investigators Damon Gant, Lana Skye. Head investigator Bruce Goodman. Investigators Jake Marshall, Angel Starr. That is the trump card, I feel like, they were talking about, because that's the newest piece of evidence we got.
Well,
so
isn't the trump card that his fingerprints are at the scene of the crime?
Also, yes, Marshall's fingerprints.
In blood? I'm pretty sure that was the trump card.
That's a better trump card.
That's a bit of a better trump card if you think about it.
Yeah, his fingerprints are in blood on the crime scene, like at the crime scene.
Yeah, that'll
fucking, yeah.
Fucking, all right. Objection. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this?
Don't fucking order me around.
I'm Texas. I don't take orders.
He just asked you a question.
After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime.
Even though you were supposed to be there, because it's your fucking job.
And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner.
It's quite simple.
Fucking wannabe.
You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint.
Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month.
No, you were supposed to do it 3 times a day.
It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
This guy slacks at his job like, oh, it's only natural.
You're supposed to do it 90 times a month, and you do it once.
I wish I'd had that job.
I object to all of this. If I only wish it were, officer, that you were allowed to do your job once a month. But, you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Witness? What's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the scene of the crime? The crime scene, as it were?
The blood was wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this.
Oh, thank God, I'm so fucking thirsty.
No, don't drink that, Officer Marshall. That's not sarsaparilla.
Drink chemicals.
Sauce. Sauce.
Materials. Slows.
It seems to be. There ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders.
That's not true. I checked this morning. I still have my head.
Check again, partner. I'm just fucking with you. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall.
No.
I like how he was pointing at the last second of the transition about the
Pan away from the pointing.
fingerprints.
Very well, you may begin with your testimony about your fingies.
My
Your
foot.
fingy prints. Found at the crime scene.
My fingies.
See, this guy didn't get his fingerprints removed.
He's got specifically fingy-less gloves.
Fingy
So-
with gloves. That's his style. It's his trademark.
So we're in agreement that the judge does canonically hate Marshall, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's been letting so many people get away with so much bullshit on that stand. And Marshall shows up and he's like, speak like a fucking person.
I feel like if Marshall
Right
walked
now.
in, I feel like if Marshall walked in like this, acting this way, whilst everyone else is like trying to get a case done, and Marshall just says things that are like very deep allegories, I think even the judge is like, no, this isn't my style. I refuse this.
I'm just not vibing with this guy.
I know my vibes. These aren't them.
Who put this trash here? That's right, I said it.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint.
Shut the fuck up.
The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves?
No, the murderer wasn't wearing gloves.
See? I had nothing to do with it.
The witness explanation appears valid.
In what way?
Appears.
The worst part
Although
is
there's room for doubt. Oh, so much doubt.
the worst part is
So
we actually
much doubt. The
the
doubt is
burden of proof
great.
actually does fall on us here. Even in like a normal court.
In a normal court.
Normie court.
Meanwhile, in normie court,
That wouldn't be fun without any doubt.
that is horrible.
Well, you're making this easier for me to say, well, you're a doofus. The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
There's literally other video games that disprove Marshall's theory that life would not be fun without doubt. This guy is hiding something. I can feel it.
In your bones?
Now's my chance to prove it. Cross-examination. Hold it! You can't speak Morse code to me. And also, that's because you... How did you put it? Pay your respects once a month?
Yeah, press F.
That's right. Every month he walks in and puts his hand very firmly on every single locker in there, just in case he needs his fucking fingerprints to show up.
Yeah, that's right. That, and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine.
Oh! Might have wanted to, I don't know, open with that. Huh? You maybe want to open with that instead of giving us the long distance runaround in your testimony?
I'd rather not.
Now I know
What do you mean?
that the game. I know the game isn't gonna give us this, but we technically never said what locker the blood is on. So how the fuck would he know that?
I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
I see.
It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker.
But wait a minute. He didn't know about the fingerprint scanner. There's a lot of holes in that testimony. Apparently, his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming, even though he said he didn't know that it existed. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Even though he said earlier he didn't know how they worked and he didn't know that they were there. Almost as if I, Phoenix, have completely forgotten the past 10 minutes. Alright, Marshall's fingerprints updated in the court record. Hold it. So then, what about the bloody handprint?
It wasn't mine. It's no mystery.
I
Please explain.
hate you. I hate you.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints.
I hate you.
It just so happened
Filled with rage.
The murder.
I can't believe Riley hates me. He mean.
Don't you fucking keep at me, you piece of garbage.
The
William
chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1!
Yeah.
On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
No, you
Either
can't.
You
Funny,
can't
his voice is
just
getting
say
higher.
shit. You can't just say shit. You
This
can't
game-
just pull out a fucking Uno reverse card and say, actually, the opposite of what you said is true. I
This
have
game-
nothing to substantiate it.
This
But
game time and
fuck
time
you.
again has been proving you otherwise.
You can't just say shit, though.
Get one thing straight, partner.
No.
You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint.
What does that mean?
You wanna know why?
Not particularly. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Hold it! Unrelated?
They're as different as night and day.
I'm having a breakdown.
Kind
Oh,
of
no.
like cereal and cereal.
What the?
One's got to do with breakfast while the other's a type of murder.
Not the only usage of that word,
No.
I don't think.
He's right. Although seemingly alike, they are totally different.
I don't see what homonyms have to do with this.
Fucking homophobe.
Yeah.
Can't believe Phoenix is a homophobe.
Wait, what? Whoa! Hey, wait a minute.
He's gay.
Yes, we're gay.
You never heard
yes,
of
we're
homophobic
homophobic.
gays?
We exist.
Oh, I have. I've heard of several.
Hold this.
I don't want to live in a world where Phoenix Wright is homophobic.
Neither do I. How do you know that?
That you're not homophobic?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would hope you would know that I'm not homophobic. I meant, like...
Prove it.
Maybe
No,
Hashtag
Phoenix
Phoenix
Wright
Wright
is
is
not
over
over party. No, I'm not over. Don't cancel me, Phoenix Wright.
Jesus fucking Christ. Are we starting a Phoenix Wright is over party?
No! Edgeworth, no!
Phoenix Wright is over.
No! Maya,
Maybe
why?
not, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. And unlike Phoenix Wright, who's over,
Ah!
there was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh, yeah? I think we tried that too.
That does seem what I mean. Yes. Yes. The murderer, wearing gloves,
Hi, Strel.
Hi, Strel.
happened to place their hand on top of the officer's fingerprinty.
Fingerprints. That's the only logical conclusion.
Or you took off your glove. That's a logical conclusion, too. Maybe you took off your glove and then foolishly put your hand on the...
Are you starting to get the picture, partner?
No! The
Fucking
picture...
clock you. That's the picture.
What was that, Riley?
I'm gonna fucking clock him. I'm going to step into the game and punch his teeth out.
The seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this.
Do not discount the idea of multiverses, Marshall. The security tape.
So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
That is completely irrelevant. We've proven that that is not the scene of the murder. That has nothing... No. No.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you say home?
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Trick 2 on VHS is the only reality.
This is a new line, JB.
Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner?
Hold it.
We
What do you
can't
mean by
know that
that?
it wasn't you?
What do you... Hang on. Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bless you.
What do you mean by that?
I said Gesundheit. What the fuck else could that mean? You wanted to time you wanted to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have.
I object to that. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
The point.
Blind spooks.
Places you can't see.
Yes.
The camera's panning back and forth.
Good.
The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the
around while
camera's
they're fighting.
position, they could leave the room
Like
without
the
being
chief of
caught on tape.
security? Like the person in charge of the security tapes, maybe?
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Spooky Lawsons.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in the video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
Okay. What are we thinking here?
Show evidence, I guess.
I mean, I guess...
I mean,
we
we can
can we-
definitely prove. Remember, the alleged victim who we've established was not murdered during this tape.
we
We
can...
never saw his face.
Also,
We
hello,
can-
demon.
We can check the tape
Hello,
at least
demon.
before we do any immediate decisions. So let's check the tapes first before we like make a decision. So let's check this. So oh wait. You know what? I think I know what it would be. And I think we were onto it last week. Remember, if that's Marshall's locker, as he says, at the start of the video, there's nothing in the locker. The locker
Out of
was
it.
clean. And then by the end of the video,
Yeah,
there's a rag sticking
because
out.
it's not open.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not open like that one was.
Uh-huh. See, like, there it is. It's clean. It's clean. It's
Yeah.
clean. Camera pans. This scenario's going on
It's gonna
over
pan
here.
once or twice more.
It's not pan
Oh.
one. Oh!
Forgot about
Yeah, violence. And then...
Yeah,
still
once more.
clean. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, and then... But now Meekins is down. The person who's supposedly Goodman's gotten out of there, and there's the rag. There's
Yeah.
the
But
evidence.
here's the rag.
But here's the rag. Show evidence.
But here's the
Very well, Your Honor. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
It occurs to me they probably would have let us scan through the video
Tread carefully.
when we
Mr.
clicked that because we had to click on the evidence.
Yeah.
Wright. Tread carefully.
The
Mr.
production value on this case.
I
Now
know.
then,
The production
let's
value
have
for the
another
DS.
look at that video.
Let's take another look.
Let's get in there, get your popcorn. Show us this incriminating. Okay.
All right, let's fast forward for all this. We've seen this part. Go past this. Go past this. In fact, never show us this part again.
Look at me.
Wow,
Destroy
it's
all
me.
worlds.
Oh shit, you don't want to see that. That's violent.
Violence.
Dead body.
Violence.
This is the fucking. If
He's
they
not
made it.
dead, Blue.
Violence.
Dead.
He's not.
Violence.
Okay, let's...
We talked to him 5
Take
hours
that.
ago.
All right, let's see. Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall.
Yeah.
Look at you, so
Mm.
confident.
The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers.
Talk about Texas one more time.
Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
Wait, what?
Bite me.
Fuck off.
Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. That's 8, right? Yeah, that's 8.
That's
Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner.
The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video.
That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Now
sure
then.
as shit was.
Now then.
And he admitted that under oath.
Yeah, and now then. Let's rewind the video a bit.
Shaboobie. Shaboobie.
Steric knock and Mariv muck near a fit.
Is that so?
Oh! The white cloth! It's gown! What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. It's a magic trick.
Order, come on, guys,
Hold
order.
your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open?
Ooh!
That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it.
The actual, like, sound effect.
The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine.
But it's a fingerprint locket, imbecile. Yes, cowpoke more like slowpoke. Hey, like
Oh,
you would have
fucking
needed your.
got him.
Alright, let's take backs. Is that what Phoenix is going to say? Is Phoenix going to say specifically that?
No.
I'm okay. Because
I'm
feel
gonna
like
say
it's
no because
definitely
we haven't.
Okay.
I don't think he's been referred to as a cowpoke at all yet.
Oh, they've thrown out the word cowpoke.
But referring to Marshall?
Referring to Marshall, no. Marshall refers to himself as a desperado, but like he's definitely not
Exactly.
a desperado. He's called us a
More
cowpoke.
like desperado.
More like
That might be a good one.
more like desperate.
More like, more like Dick Sperado.
Ooh!
Because he's
What?
a fucking dick.
Oh.
Applebee's.
Thanks, everyone. I'll be here all week.
Apple bottom jeans.
Apple bottom bees.
Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
You're dumb as shit.
He's not just playing dumb, he is dumb.
Are you interrupting yourself?
Yep.
Oh,
This
wow.
guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker.
Oh yeah? I call your bluff.
Oh, you call my bluff, do you?
I call your bluff, bitch. You say I opened that locker. Now prove it.
The lockers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Boy,
lockers.
they really put it far in there, huh?
They did. They made us
They
dig
gave us
for
a
it.
lot of shit.
They gave us a lot of shit. Okay, there we go. Only the assigned detective sprint's can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. There it will be. Take this!
Fingerprint sensor.
What? Mm-hmm.
It's one of the newfangled computer devices.
We talked about this earlier today, you fooligan. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to.
What kind of crazy talk is this?
It's techno talk. Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this.
In any
I wonder
case,
who. There you
the
go.
locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
So, Sheriff, what do you have to
That is
say?
your real name.
Yeah, what do you have to say in 8 words or less now? What do you got to say in 8 words or less?
Beef jerky.
Whoa!
Only got one word for
I
you.
can't believe he just got shot.
Oh my god, it's an inside job!
Order,
the 8
order,
words or
order,
less
order, order.
bit-
Witness, explain yourself.
The
Come
8
on,
words or
man.
less bit is reminding me of there's a scene from Buffy the Vampire Slayer where she sees one of the other characters outside her house and she goes, "What are you doing here?" And he starts to explain himself and just goes, 5 words or less. He just stares at her and he goes, "Out for a walk, bitch." And like that's the only thing I can think of now because of that.
I thought you was I thought you said Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy.
Yes.
I'm gonna slay a vampire. Vampires be damned.
If this is a joke, it's the worst I ever heard.
Oh yeah? I've heard worse jokes.
Now imagine if we were bluffing.
Imagine.
Be very funny.
Imagine.
Dragon.
Officer Marshall, I assure you, this is no joke. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Crime time.
Crime Time Live.
Olay! Please answer the question.
He just really wanted to say that.
What? Why did the judge say that? What is he now, a bullfighter? Has he gotten caught up in Marshall's, like, delusions of grandeur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't take much.
It's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans, Your Honor. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If so, then, where was the witness?
He was the Blue Badger.
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
That's right. I
Yeah,
got
you
an
heard
answer.
me, right?
I got an answer. It's the only possible conclusion.
Okay, well then, let's hear it. Come on, big boy. Give me the juice.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. Officer Marshall was disguised as Goodman, right? Like, it's pretty.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take that! Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
No,
We've
Your Honor.
established that it couldn't have been Goodman, right?
Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman, which we kind of already know it wasn't.
Listen, I'm very poor.
I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman.
Can we circle back around to the judge just apropos of nothing going, listen, I'm very poor.
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene.
Cleaver, why did you say that?
I was going to have him say he has a poor attention span, but then he forgot what he was saying.
Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
I
He
object.
didn't see the man's face.
May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. Oh, hang on.
The echo turned on just in time, just to hear a good.
Oh.
When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir.
That's very echoey. It's more reverb than usual, man.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. And how did Detective Goodman respond?
Goodman respond.
He suddenly pulled a knife on me!
Jesse Pinkman when
Oh yeah, I
when
did forget.
his
I do
lawyer
have
won't
that
get
sound
back
effect
to
on.
him.
If I had preemptively planned the echo with the sound effect of that, I would have.
On me.
Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
For a good 5 seconds, my stream from Discord just said, if the man had his ID card,
His ID
not
card.
card, just car.
Car. If he'd had his ID card. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his card.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, if he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
Nah, I'm good.
Great jerky.
This is my comfort jerky.
Comfort jerky.
Does not look very comfortable.
You've got quite an imagination, partner.
I'm gonna swing on him.
We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence.
I guess he's right.
I gave
But,
a
like,
pause.
So is 90% of what we've had so far.
The car can't go on the stand because of diplomatic immunity.
Oh, dang. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it.
That's not a memory. That's in your head.
Yeah.
I thought that
Internal
counted.
monologue.
It's an inner monologue.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective.
We really gotta delineate the echoes.
That's what I'm about to do.
Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim.
All right.
Good
I
God, he's-
can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. Maybe 30 minutes in the pit might do you good.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Maybe 40 minutes in the pit.
So, not to get on this whole thing again.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck does any of this have to do with our case? What does any of this have to do? At this point, we have said enough to just drop this and be like, hey, obviously Lana is not related to any of this. Let's fucking wrap this shit up.
Because maybe Lana didn't kill Detective Goodman. Maybe she killed Officer Marshall.
I'm gonna strangle every single character in this game.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
The victim.
Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that.
I can see the fear in your eyes. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Glug glug.
Alive.
This can't be happening.
They're all so fucking lucky that Maya's not here.
It's so obvious he is the one. What can I do?
Maya would have punched Marshall by now, let's be real.
Yeah.
She would have leapt from the defense section and just knocked his teeth out of his mouth.
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed.
Rude.
I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
This basics. This wouldn't have happened to have been your mentor who murdered your father and built a career on creating fake evidence, would it?
Yes, why do you ask?
Just curious.
I see.
The basics.
Cola.
For me.
Babish?
For me.
With Babish?
For me.
For you.
For you.
My basics would be what Mia used to tell me.
With Babish.
Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. Is that what my voice is? I've been dead a very long time.
I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise, and I think my memory of Mia is starting to fade. I don't think I fully remember what her actual voice sounded like. That's quite unfortunate and has a lot of ramifications on how people live on through memory if they can't live in the real world, and how memory can distort over time just through the basic nature of
Phoenix
living in.
Phoenix,
yes,
carry on. You're tangenting again.
Oh, sorry, Mia.
Continue your original thought.
Okay, I shouldn't.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Actually, hey, let's go grab some more pizza. Could you go on a longer tangent?
Okay.
Judge, oh, please. No.
I mean, it's hungry work. The lady's not here to give me food for free.
How can you hear me, actually? I'm dead. And also just a memory in this scene. I'm not even a ghost speaking to Phoenix from the great beyond right now.
Oh, God.
Listen, when you tunnel for as long as I have, you learn some new tricks.
Mia's memory is being replaced with the judge. I don't know what this means.
I'm just very good at like getting in there.
Phoenix's psychosis is getting worse, and the judge is just intentionally pushing it along.
Mia, the judge, I don't know who's who anymore. Is Mia's
I'm me.
memory just...
Well, to help, I had hair and
I
no
do
facial
not.
hair,
Mhm.
and the judge has a beard,
Yes.
and he's bald.
Yes. These are two things that are easily discerned.
That helps.
I have a birthmark. I won't tell you where.
What? Your Honor, why
Don't be
would you
fucking
even
weird.
mention that? I wasn't gonna ask.
Don't be fucking weird,
It's
sir.
been so long since I've had a Skittle.
It's on
This
my
is-
left ankle.
This is what the withdrawal.
I lied.
Is this,
I told where it was.
Is this Skittles withdrawal syndrome? Is this what this does?
This would
if
be.
if an attorney has not
this
had
may be a
Skittles for
good
too
time.
long.
The judge
This
just
may be
breaks
a
out a
good
bag of
time
Skittles and
to
pours it in his
tell
hand and
you
says,
something.
Come get him.
This may be a good time to tell you something, Phoenix.
What is it,
I
Mia?
did lace your Skittles with heroin.
Okay, so was that like a scream of surprise, rejection, or celebration? It sounded more like celebration.
But I don't understand. From all I know of heroin, it doesn't cause hallucinations.
No, but it would explain
The
your
withdrawals
withdrawal
might.
symptoms.
Them heroin Skittles got me fucked up. I can't believe it.
We've been on this screen for a while, huh?
We sure have.
I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Yeah, we shouldn't find evidence that supports our conclusion. We should just assume our conclusion is right and work backwards from there. That's not like
Look, if Marshall's
a
gonna give us
massive
the long
problem in
distance
today's
runaround, if
society.
Marshall's gonna give us the long distance runaround, we just gotta run around him even more. Also, it's time to stretch and drink.
Phoenix
Stretch
Phoenix
and
is
He's
drink.
thinking like a
Stretch
fucking
and
flat
drink.
earther today.
Stretch. Now here comes the drink.
Phoenix, you good? You were just fucking freaking out for a while there.
Glug.
You started sweating.
The fuck is your deal?
Thank you.
Oh, is the trouble music playing? Yeah, it is. It's very quiet on my end.
Thank
I turned
you,
it up.
Baba
Now I
Boy
can hear it.
and Mist, for those self-care redeems. Much appreciated.
Thank
Why
you
do
for
you-
caring so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his... Oh, wait a second. I said the loud bit quiet and the quiet bit
Inside
loud.
voice.
Which means he didn't originally plan to
what
open
was-
his...
What
means
was
he-
that, Phoenix? You started talking and then you just interrupted yourself.
Oh no. There's the judge's alternate version from the first timeline.
That was actually supposed to be Miles.
Oh. That's Miles's twin.
Who turned into
Mold.
the judge at one point in their life, but then the judge came back, and then, oh no, I'm very confused by our own timeline.
Our lore is deepening and developing in all the worst ways. But this means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, sorry, I had to
Are you
yawn.
bored, Your Honor?
No, just tired.
Uh.
Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his locker from some unknown reason. From it, yes.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that. He opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is the piece of cloth?
Perhaps.
No.
I didn't say anything yet.
Yeah, Christ, bro. What the hell is your
Perhaps
problem?
no.
Perhaps.
No.
No, it's not that.
Perhaps.
That's not that either.
What? Perhaps the
No,
video.
it's not that.
It's never the first thing you guess.
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions.
Perhaps.
I don't have any evidence, so this video's my only shot.
Pick a god and pray, Phoenix.
Very well, let's take another look at the video. Pop the popcorn. Take a good time. Just chill.
Pop it
Get
corn.
the vibes rolling, folks. Just feel the groove. Feel the rhythm. Just enjoy yourselves. Come on.
Congratulations
out!
on the free serotonin, Gray.
After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth.
Okay. Let's see. Yes.
Please show us why the witness.
Okay, so I have my suspicions.
I'm telling you, it's not that he's dressed up as Goodman. That's someone else. Marshall's the Blue Badger in this shot.
Uh-huh.
He just does this sometimes. He's kind of fucked up like that.
If it really is the Blue Badger. Okay, so
I don't think it is.
So let's say okay, so I'm gonna pause this and go. I'm gonna pause this and go slow. So this is not slow.
Frame by frame.
It's a little bit frame by frame. But okay, so we see here Goodman is, or Goodman in quotes, is by now at this point got some blood on the coat.
This
Which
is
also
Goodman's alter ego,
amazing tracking work on the Blue Badger there. Can we just like take a look at? Ooh, yeah, that's good. Let's watch that again.
Wait, rewind.
Yeah,
because it does look like there's a couple frames where the face is not like
there was
actually covered. I don't think that's gonna be like something that we would be
No,
would
they're not
reasonably
gonna.
expect us to like catch. But I am curious to see like if they just like straight up used Goodman's character model here, even though it's not him.
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh no, his face is covering it. His hand is covering his face when the flag is down.
Yeah, they thought ahead. Still, that tracking on the Blue Badger, that's wild. Blue Badger's like, no, this is unacceptable. So
this is not safe for this is not safe for children's eyes.
Not safe for children's eyes. This goes against the terms of service. So my theory and theorem is that so this happens with Meekins. Meekins has a kerfuffle with Goodman.
Also, Meekins surrendered there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He put his hands up in surrender.
Yeah, that's a total like. Here, let's watch this back. Let me pull out some. Let's pull out some Meekins thing here. Like, oh, it's just another day here in the evidence room, going for the Blue Badger. Hey, wait a minute. What's this? Excuse me, sir. I'm afraid I need to see your ID card. Ow! Oh, hey! No, get out! Ow! I surrender! Ah! Or it would seem to be that would be how the scene played out. So now Meekins is down.
What are we looking for again?
We're looking for why. We're looking for why Marshall would have gone for cloth. Why there would have been a scenario where the person who's in this scenario was not planning on going for the locker to get the cloth, but then they got it. And they used it. Why is the cloth in this
He
situation?
wasn't planning on getting stabbed, I'd imagine.
Here's the thing. Here's my theory.
Mhm.
He got into this kerfuffle with Meekins. We see this right here. And we see already there's blood on his jacket. There's all this stuff.
Probably wasn't planning on
and
that.
he's got the gloves. And blood has been spilled at the very least. So,
yeah.
The theory I have is that after he deals with Meekins being eager and everything, then as the camera pans over here to Meekins taking a snooze, whilst this is happening, Goodman, who is actually Marshall, has gone for his locker and is gone to get the rag to wipe the blood off of his hands.
Yeah.
So, what in this scenario is the most immediate way we can prove that that is what has happened?
The blood on his shoulder?
I am down for that. I think that's the best. Linchpin we have so far. Anyone got any objections after looking at this footage?
Not really.
I've got no objections.
Okay.
Get it.
Riley gets it.
I'm hoping
I get
that
it.
now we can get this wrong and we can take damage. So let's see.
Fine. What's the worst that happens? We lose health?
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet.
Yet?
Well, you're gonna confess.
However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked.
He looks so fucking pissed.
He looks so panicked and pissed. And
He always looks like that.
And the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat?
You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker.
Not bad, partner.
Oh, yeah?
Now then, Officer Marshall.
Oh shit, McCree's on trial.
Tell us the truth.
Nah. Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth.
We did find a way to blame Miles for all of this.
Like I fucking said.
Yeah.
This courtroom ain't big enough for the 12 of us.
2 years ago, I fucking... If you were only half as persistent then as you were today, we all wouldn't have to be here now. Now would we?
Yeah, see, it's Miles' fault.
Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it.
I wouldn't have tried to frame Meekins for murder if you were just better at your job in the past.
Yeah, really.
Alright. It seems the time has come.
Marshall's confession.
I had to do it that day. I just couldn't stand by and let it die. You know, like the Suda 51 game, Let It Die. I stole a detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. I managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
So the supposed victim was really you.
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor.
It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Alright, now let's begin the cross-examination. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. Hold it! When you say it, you mean...
Do you even have to ask, partner?
Yeah?
the SL9 incident.
2 years have passed since that case was closed. I was going to completely end with the It was going to end with the fucking hell. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day.
Gray. Hey, y'all, I don't know. This cowboy is guilty, but he sure is hot.
Can?
Ray.
Can?
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Ray.
That incident's not over.
Riley is quite disappointed.
Hey, Gray, it's a cop.
I would not give the cowboy cop a smooch.
He's a cop. Is the
A
thing.
smooch.
Yeah, he's a cop.
You didn't know, but
You didn't know.
You didn't know he was a cop, and that's okay.
you also
But
didn't
now
know that for
you
the past.
I can fix him.
You
Oh,
also didn't know
no.
this, but for the past hour and a half, I have been threatening this man with violence constantly.
Indeed.
Peppering it in.
Oh no, I have not been peppering anything. I've been fucking
Liberally peppering.
pouring that shit in. I've been pouring that shit in by the gallon.
These past...
Pepper.
I can fix this little meow meow.
Don't call him back.
There will be nothing left for you to fix by the time I'm done.
Just a puddle of goo. Cowboy goo. It's just not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room?
When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can go look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost.
$25.
I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine.
But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it?
Didn't he lose his job over it?
The mist has made me compliment Gray. Oh, Gray has
Legs.
Gray is a very
Legged.
Gray is a very generous person who has a lot of patience. I would say. What?
Uh-huh.
What?
It really sounded like you just said, Gray has legs.
I thought that too.
Gray has legs.
Why do you think I shouted legs?
That's what I said. Like I said, did you just say Gray has legs? And then Cleaver went legged.
As far as I
legs.
Just kept going.
look, as
Oh
far
no, I just kept
Look.
shouting legs.
look, as far as I know, Gray has legs, and also they're very
Gray, can you
generous,
confirm? Can you
and they
confirm?
have a lot of patience. That's my compliment for Gray.
Do you have legs?
Gray.
Gray, can you
I'm gonna
confirm?
give Gray a compliment.
You're gonna give Gray a compliment?
Gray is very good at seeing the best
Legs.
of the stupidest characters.
Legs for ooh, Gray coming in with them surprise.
Bray has so much potential to see the absolute best in just every single character with nothing going on in the head.
Legs.
Meanwhile, listen, this cowboy is more redeemable than fucking 12 minutes. That's a different. I haven't played or talked about 12 minutes at all, Gray. That's a different can of worms. Mirror's redeemed. It's time to stretch. Get them stretches in. It's important to stretch, yo. Meanwhile, inside of Phoenix's brain, why does he care about it so much?
Shut up.
Gotta have one in there.
That's a lie.
What do you mean that's a lie? What's a lie in what I've said? It's important to stretch.
It's important to stretch.
That's not a lie.
No, that's a lie. Lie now.
Who would do that? Just go on
You're
the
a
internet
liar
and lie.
No, I'm not a liar.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not. I know what happens in 12 minutes. Gray, I know what happens in 12 minutes. I haven't talked about it.
Hold on.
Because
they only said they haven't played it.
Which is true. I have not played
It's
it.
still going to be on this screen.
Oh, yeah, we are? Okay. I'll keep the counter on then.
What?
Oh, we're going to be on the screen for 12 minutes, so...
No, we're not.
No.
I really
Oh,
know.
well, what's going to happen in the
Prove
next
it.
10 minutes?
Change the future.
12 minutes.
We'll go
My
to the
final
next screen
message.
in the next 12 minutes.
Next game.
Wow, that was a fast 12 minutes.
That day
Yeah.
was my last chance. That's why
You what? What'd you do?
I did that.
What did you do?
You fucking see it right there, don't you?
Hold it. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? Why'd you do it?
If I didn't make it look like
Shits.
Goodman, what?
Shits.
I had the shits.
And the giggles.
If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
dressed up
I
like
don't
the
know
Blue
why
Badger.
that went so quickly like it did.
And the detective's ID card?
I stole that the morning of the incident.
So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report.
I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. Yes, I know Gumshoe is a cop, but we all love him. But I don't know.
I want to point out this is not a case of me being harsh on this cop. I have been giving every single cop they've introduced in this case this treatment.
Including
Every
Gumshoe?
single one, including Gumshoe.
I don't remember, but I
No, I
did.
said everyone introduced in this one.
Introduce.
Meekins?
Angel Star,
Meekins
Dan
got
Gant,
heavy.
Meekins, and Marshall. I have been giving nothing but vitriol. Except for Angel, who I gave a little bit of ma'am, please. Because I am gay.
This has
Yeah.
been, I
But
will say,
that
this,
quickly washed away when she started talking.
this has been the case of Riley just like sitting and going, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Like,
Maya isn't here. I don't have any other way. I don't have any way to channel it at this point. So I just have to say it.
just have,
Unbridled rage.
I just wanted to say unbridled rage.
Mhm.
you gotta answer the question from Roach, Riley. Is Angel your wife?
Oh no, no, God no.
Oh, no,
I could do so much better than her. The two good things about her is that she provides food very liberally, and she
And
is
she
pretty.
apparently killed a cop.
The worst. Yeah, that okay. 3 good things. I'd say Lana probably. He's a. Riley see a woman in a video game and say, "Is anyone gonna finish this and not wait for an answer?" What does that mean?
You mean like kill, right?
What does that mean?
Riley out here. Meanwhile, Riley out here shattering cops' protective energy crystals. Wow. Chat showed up to be hostile to specifically Riley today.
What's y'all's
Your
damage?
chat is pro cop.
No.
Apparently
Ooh.
it's psychic. Apparently it's psychic damage today.
Just in time.
And Riley dealt psychic damage back.
Batman.
Back.
Batman.
So, Marshall left things on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. I don't remember what it was. I guess the ID card, right? That was it.
You can't damage me. I'm already broken.
Can you check the court record?
Nah, the court record just shows me the evidence. It doesn't show me the script.
Dumb. That's
Yeah.
literally what the court record is.
I know. And yet, if I pull up the court record, it just shows me this. I can't go back and read dialogue if I've accidentally skipped past it.
This is chicanery.
This is gosh darn chicanery. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall.
So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
The cops got to move.
Oh no!
No!
What do you mean, partner? I mean, the fingerprint activated the fucking goddamn it. Hard to read lines when they're in the process of coming in. I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course.
It's always nice when JB gets to talk to themselves.
No matter how well you disguise
it's fine.
you can't change your fingerprint.
Unless you remove that.
Unless you burn them off like that crazy bitch. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall.
Marshall.
I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. Hold it. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Why would you do that? Did he start venting to you about his romantic troubles again?
Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes.
Why does Goodman look like he's from a gaming YouTube channel?
I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Also,
Officer
Miri's gotten rid of
Meekins.
her fingertips.
Oh
On
no!
the poster I've been before.
Officer Mickens certainly is one.
Okay.
Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to see, to be shown their ID?
I don't have to think a little more about his raise this year.
Oh, now you say the line.
I don't have to think.
When did Edgeworth get so much influence?
Oh,
Anyway.
you know.
He threw himself
I
at
don't?
me and I ended up cutting him slightly.
Oh, you know.
I don't.
Sorry to... Oh, you know, like, yeah.
Exactly. Marshall's a cat girl.
With me knocking him out and everything.
By the way, what happened to your knife?
Oh, you mean this one?
I don't know what to say.
I'm kidding.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out and...
Aw, dang. Edgeworth's an influencer now. Time to put him down.
Remember to like and subscribe. This video was sponsored by Raid Chef.
And
Grungler. They managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera.
Ray's just calling everyone a little meow meow today.
So you did your research beforehand.
My little meow meow. Those who got in the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. Don't live long, little meow meow.
Don't call me that.
I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape has erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
Wow. Almost like 6 hours is way too frequent.
However, you bloodied your coat at the struggle with Officer Meekins. I can hear his little fucking whine. Can you do a heem like as not necessarily that tone, just to your normal Meekins speaking tone?
A heem.
If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there.
What was Officer Meekins doing during that time?
Whimpering.
What
What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
so what you're saying is on that day.
Ooh. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
Yeah, we know this. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. Like, again,
You know.
assault,
Assault? Theft?
theft, larceny,
Conspiracy to frame someone for murder?
What are
arson.
you? What? Alright, no. I can fucking sit here all day. List them off. List more crimes.
I don't think that last one's real.
Perjury,
Jaywalking.
That is true.
jaywalking,
You have committed perjury.
investigation of foreign
Take-
objects.
Take your time.
Do you mean like obstruction of justice? I think
Yes,
that's
obstruction of justice. Failing
Oh.
to look both ways before making a turn signal.
I'll help you. Road rage, aggressive driving.
Aggressive driving.
I don't
road
think
rage.
road rage is a crime.
It is.
Technically.
Well, in some states.
It is road rage not just getting
it is-
angry while behind the wheel of a car?
You
It is
can.
specifically crashing.
Yeah.
Like, it is intentionally hitting someone on the road.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, alright.
Robbing an officer. The victim shown on that tape is me. And I'm not dead yet, partner.
Okay, but the tape also shows that you attacked Meekins.
So, you stole the evidence from the locker? Actually, no, I didn't. Why not?
You got caught.
When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, where's that evidence? I want to see it.
It's still missing, Your Honor.
Wow, can't believe that Miles did this.
Oh god, Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence.
Someone else stole fizzy lifting drink.
Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing?
Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
You're under oath! Why did you do this?
You can plead the fifth.
Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer? Why'd you do this? This is no small offense.
I like how gentle you sounded when you said that.
Moreover,
You
you're...
could have shouted that, but you're like, that's no small offense.
It's no small offense. Why do you do this?
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences.
These actions will have consequences.
It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Thank you, Phoenix, for pointing out that punishing people by removing their livelihood and income is bad.
Ace
and
Attorney
wrong.
radicalized me.
Woo!
And my statement still stands.
Yeah!
Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine.
I just realized something pretty interesting.
What?
This is maybe the first piece of media I've ever seen where cops are breaking the rules and taking the law into their own hands to solve a case that has been mishandled, and they are not being praised for it. Like, normally shows will kind of serve as propaganda in that respect, like training people to accept cops doing whatever they want, even if it's illegal, because, oh, they're doing it to be heroes, they're saving the day, but it's still, they are breaking the law that they are supposed to uphold. And this is one of the only times I've ever seen, like, yeah, they're doing that, and they should be punished for it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Did you say this line, JB?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
I'll do anything to get a guilty verdict.
Ooh.
I'll kidnap 1,000 children if I have to, just to keep this company alive.
I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die.
That's the line.
Your Honor, are you awake? Oh no, it's the swarm!
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
I thought it was pronounced zeal.
It is.
I like to say zeal. You realize I've been making a consistent bit of me just saying words rung?
I thought that's how you said rung.
No, I said rung. You know, like incorrect.
I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why?
Hold it!
No.
Who cares?
But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? Wasn't it solved 2 years ago?
Who cares?
Why is Ace Attorney the only thing you've seen where an adopted family is depicted as a good thing? That's really concerning.
That's really
actually.
bad, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very
What the hell are you watching?
Yeah.
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
I'm worried. Joe Doc was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember that Joe Dark case. It was as you would expect, dark. It involved
I get
serial
it.
murders. Did it not?
I don't intend... Fucking lag. I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. But there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think is his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later, I guess. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case, except me. I feel a little bit excluded, honestly, if I'm being, like, really honest.
I mean, I'll be honest with you there, Phoenix. I wasn't a part of that one either.
I feel like that's untrue, Your Honor. And why are you listening to my thoughts again?
You're very loud.
I better take another look at the files.
Yeah, you're a really loud thinker, right?
At the Edgeworth!
It's to the point where Edgeworth can hear you. That's really telling you something.
I'm all the way over here. What the hell are you?
Edgeworth, you can read my thoughts too?
Yes.
Meow, 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 meow.
Alright, so...
I like how we consistently make that joke every time we do this game.
Okay, so let us look here at the SL9 incident files. I have a suspicion, this could be stretching it, but I have a suspicion that one of the victims' names being Neil Marshall and this guy being Jake Marshall is not a coincidence.
Mm.
No, I think it
You
is.
think that someone would do that? Share the last name with their victim?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, Roach, I shall not.
What?
Tell the judge
Tell the
dirty
judge.
thoughts so
Oh.
he will stop. No, it's just...
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm going to save, and then I will present, because I think this is likely what this is building toward. I can't think of anything else. Objection!
Oh, the music stopped, yeah.
Officer Marshall,
Yeah.
I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident.
Sorry, I was checking something. Sounds
Okay.
like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
Look, it's the quenchiest.
It's pretty good, I'll give you that.
It'll quench you.
Unfortunately, I like it raw, so I get poked a lot.
Did you say clench?
I said quench.
Judge?
No, I... Thank you,
Man.
Roach, for getting my reference. Thank you, Roach, for getting my
We
reference.
got it.
Okay. Well, you didn't say the lines. I had the
don't
SL9
even know
incident.
what
Someone did.
Huh?
I feel like someone said something.
I don't even know what was said.
I did not register fully.
There you go. So Riley
Whitmer
got
made
it.
an Avatar reference.
Yeah. They
2 out of
mentioned.
4 ain't bad.
I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall.
Can't believe this cop is a ghost.
Are you related to this man?
Neil
I
Marshall?
am that man.
Don't say fucking Riley. You are going to
Yeah?
fucking get it right. I'm fucking like 80% sure it's about to happen.
What?
I'm scared that he's gonna say I am that man.
I am that man.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard that name. 2 years ago,
I died.
I died.
he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
What? A prosecutor? None cuter.
He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award.
Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SO9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
See? Can't believe this is all Miles' fault.
But
It's always
what's his
Miles'
relation
fault.
to you?
He was my brother.
What?
I
He was
can't
in-
believe they twisted us so bad that it was actually not that bad of a twist.
He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then deputy chief of police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer.
Hi.
Joe Dark.
How's it going?
My brother fought Dark and was killed.
How's it hanging? I killed a lot of people, including some cops and prosecutors. How's it feel? How you doing? Feeling good?
That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. Also, he was a fucking freak. That was all we needed.
All we needed was for him
Y'all
to be a
ever
freak.
think about space?
Who said that?
Who was that?
What was that? Your Honor? Are the ghosts still roaming
How do
around
you
this
say
room
that?
again?
Arraigned?
He was arranged and incarcerated.
That's how you fucking say arraigned? Spell arranged?
Yeah.
It's
in
not
the legal
arraigned. It's
sense.
arraigned.
Okay.
Arraigned.
Arraigned.
He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was
Arraigned in the
closed.
snowed.
At least, according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My
Bogolano.
brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark.
Why not?
Because Joe Dark was my brother.
It sounded really weird. I knew my brother better than anyone. It was the way the O came in. It's like a cut into O.
Yeah.
No one could have been.
Oh my god.
No one could have beaten him in a fight.
This man's obsession with this for the past 2 years, leading to him trying to get someone guilty of convicted of murder for a crime he didn't commit, was because my big brother was so strong no one could beat him up.
My brother could beat your brother in a fight.
I try an arm wrestling competition. Let's see.
Joke's on you. My brother is Joe Dark.
And that's
Whoa!
it. Goddamn, Phoenix is a loud thinker. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say.
Oh, intense hat put.
No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
You suck. You're the fucking worst.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Lunchtime, baby. Woohoo. Yeah, let's go. Taco Bell.
That's exactly what those words said.
That's exactly what's written there.
Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. Taco Bell, baby.
Taco Bell, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taco Bell.
I need me a Baja Blast right about now.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to.
I'm sorry, I have to admit something. I don't like Taco Bell.
That's the wrong button.
Is this Phoenix or is this
I think you got the
Whitmer?
right one.
This is Whitmer. I don't like Taco Bell.
Well, I
I
know
don't
we're
think
not
anyone
going
actually
to eat.
liked Taco Bell.
Oh.
It's like Denny's. People don't go to Taco Bell, they wind up at Taco Bell.
No, they go to Taco Bell,
Oh.
but
They
don't
just
think
don't
they-
know what they're
I
getting
don't-
into. It's like making a deal with
Yeah.
the devil.
Mm.
literally every time I get Taco Bell, I'm like, I have convinced myself that it's better than it actually is.
When will people learn? When will the populace learn?
I need to get out of here.
Consequences?
JB, do you like Taco Bell?
It's cheap food.
I
I
just
pointed a gun at you.
I'm just saying, if you want that kind of food, get it from actual places that make it for real and are, I don't know. If I'm gonna have
No, because Taco Bell isn't supposed to be real Mexican food.
No. Well, we all know this. I'm just saying it is.
Yeah.
There's cheap meals or dollar items, and I'm like, okay.
No, I was saying that just in response to what Whitmer said about they go to a real place that makes good Mexican food. And it's
yeah,
yeah, but that's not the same. That is a different That'd be like saying get a gourmet burger instead of going to McDonald's. Like McDonald's isn't pretending that they sell gourmet burgers. They know what they're about.
I get what you're
One
saying.
day I'm going to find the real Taco Bell. Everyone I've gone to has been a mirage.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know why they're not real. They just aren't.
Every day you go and think that you're going to find the
Frank.
friend who has the gold Taco Bell PlayStation 3. And every time it's a disappointment. Or was it PlayStation 4? It was something gold with PlayStation and Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's so true. What the fuck are they talking about?
Do you not know of this?
I remember that.
I have no recollection of Xbox existing.
That was the last day the SO9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as what? Oh. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up.
Has it, though? Has it really been cleared up? There's still a lot of loose ends.
Cool, can we get back to our case now that we've dedicated one of our 3 days that we're allowed to deliberate on it
No
to
murder.
this other case?
No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze.
Oh.
At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office,
Nothing happened.
this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Weird coincidence, right?
Chance. It's gotta be more than just that.
Well, you'll have to fucking find out how it is.
So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which, in turn, means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
Yo.
Don't talk about my fucking wife like that.
Hang on a second, y'all. I need to talk about this because I'm very, very happy to say that it looks like the fundraiser has finally breached the $1,000 mark.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. You know what this means? This means that we only gotta raise $500 tomorrow in the fundraising stream to make it to the peak of the goal, and I'll get my rent for October dealt with, and I'll be really, really happy. Thank you all so much for helping with this fundraiser. I really appreciate it, and I'm grateful. I really,
This
really
music
am.
is very inappropriate.
It's
for
very,
this
very
impromptu
inappropriate for like that
song.
very happy things
Yeah,
that are.
You're singing while my fucking wife is being accused of murder.
I am sorry, but I'm glad that I'm glad that it looks like I'll be able to like pay my rent for the next 2 months. Also, I'm gonna stretch. But thank you all so.
Big stretchy.
I will take a big stretchy, but thank you all so much for helping out with all of this stuff. We're gonna be doing cool stuff tomorrow to get that to the end of the goal. Even if it does that today, I'll still do fun stuff, because fuck it. I like doing fun stuff.
We like to party.
Yeah.
We like to party.
One has been known.
True.
One has been known around these parts to move it. And
I
enjoy
have yet
it.
to see any evidence of this.
Mm.
I think they're trying to pull a trick on us.
Oh. Was that you, Miri? Thank you, so very, very much. The truth is that, okay, so unlike, the Streamlabs donation goal thing, that doesn't update in real time. I have to, actively refresh the page to update it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a browser source. It's actually a window capture I have going on right now, so I have to refresh the page to get it to update. So it's just something I've been like looking at on occasion just to see. So that's why if it took a while for it to update, that's why. But thank you. I am so very grateful to you. Thank you. Anyway, Riley's wife is being accused of murder.
Yeah. Just fucking sucks.
I object!
Thank you.
But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But...
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
Also, that would help, Miri. That would help very much, Miri, and feel free to message me about that so I can prep it for tomorrow.
It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner.
No, he doesn't!
All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lena Skye. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Starr is completely incontestable.
Don't bring her back into this,
Are you remembering... Are we remembering the same day of trial? Because no, it fucking wasn't.
If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
Bitch. Bitch. The one I chose was bitch.
I rest my case.
You rest your case?
I rest my case.
I'll rest your fucking case, alright?
You know what that means, Edgeworth?
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
What is it, Wright? I'm all ears.
That means I get to call witnesses now.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. Disapproving the alleged murder at the police department.
There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty.
Almost like this whole thing had been orchestrated from the start.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
And then Emma shows up.
Hold it.
There she is.
Hold it!
Yep.
Your Honor, wait!
Emma!
The defense has an objection, a scientific objection. Please.
What?
Please. Right?
What do you mean, right?
Mr. Wright? I think she's talking about you. I don't know. I can't read the signs of the world.
You're this girl's guardian.
Are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor, I guess it,
Please, Your Honor. All I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Just a minute.
All right.
Please hear me out.
Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, please.
Oh no, he doesn't want to leave any loose...
I don't want to leave any loose ends.
He doesn't want to leave a loose...
You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
So generous.
I was kind of in shock.
I got 3 whole minutes.
I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky Sisters were in that file.
Yeah. if that was the case. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day? So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoes' locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So did you find something?
No.
Huh?
Good job, Emma.
Be nice to
Sorry.
her.
Good shit.
I guess I'm not much
cheering
of a
her on.
scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
I've made children younger than you cry before.
Yeah.
And you
That's
took
true.
a weird amount of glee in it.
And I'm just an attorney.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have.
Someone knocking on someone's door? Or
JB's muted, so
Okay.
probably.
alright there. I assume. I was like, I distinctly heard a door knock, so I just wanted to make sure it
If
wasn't
we
mine.
can't find something wrong with them... Please, Mr. Wright. You're a professional.
How dare you say that about him?
If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
The fuck's your
Me?
damage, girl?
Oh boy!
Time's up. Oh, now, Mr. Wright. With regards to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
Yeah.
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, I can't be more of use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with the blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. If I've ever needed to concentrate, it's now.
Stinky.
What could be wrong with that hand?
One well-placed part with reverb is all it takes.
What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? Well, is there something we're missing?
I object.
No, it's fine.
I object.
I object.
Objection!
Fine.
This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
Don't tell me what I'm grasping at.
Straws, Mr. Wright.
Oh!
It appears he has you there, at least on a sick burn, but I'll hear you out. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange.
Dog! 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 Dog!
That's what Phoenix sounds like from now on.
Alright, take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yes. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark.
The badger?
Is it the badger?
Let
God.
us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time.
We may want to save. We may want to save Scummit.
We might.
like right now.
Let's go. If it's the badger, I swear to God.
I have a feeling it's the badger just because of how much it is, but it could. The badger could be a red herring. Let's be honest with ourselves.
That's true.
Yeah.
Badger has to be something. Though. Like at some point, it has to be relevant.
Yeah, very well, Mr. Wright. Give me the goods.
With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use.
Give me the goods. Just need those goods, buddy. The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans?
Are we ready to deal with the consequences of if it's the blue badger?
Yeah.
No,
Is
because
this-
we can save Scummit.
Yeah, that's true. I swear to God, if it's the blue badger.
Probably the badger.
Thank God. I don't know.
What about that piece of plywood? Or no, what about that piece of plywood?
The blue badger! Mascot of the
He just,
police
he's like,
force!
"Hey, hang on, what about that? Maybe it's this.
It's the blue badger! Defender of truth! Guardian of proof!
And the American way.
Super or sleuth!
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Put with the rhyming.
All of this timing.
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The blue badger is not here.
So?
So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well?
I mean, there was clearly
what-
enough space. No, there wasn't enough space for someone to walk behind him. That's right.
Well, what?
The guy, the marshal walked in front of him.
That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker.
Which means that was put there after the fact.
Took a while.
So that means, just what exactly does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
Well, what are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright,
That-
you thought think it through scientifically.
Emma.
Brain blast!
Emma.
Brain blast!
Emma!
This reminds me of a... I have a gag with some friends where it's like, hey, check out this impression, and I make no effort to change my voice. And I was like, hey, do you want to hear my Jimmy Neutron? And then I go, leap and leptons. And then one of my friends is just like, oh my god, it's like he's right here.
It's like he's in the room with us.
That's not all. Do you want to hear my Edgeworth?
Sure.
Yeah.
I've got you, Mr. Right where I want.
Whoa!
Holy
Oh, dang.
fuck.
It's like he's right here.
Wow.
In the flesh.
You'll
In
never
the
believe
Man
my
of your work. Yeah?
Stunner.
I'm ready.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Thank
A
you.
good bit is to do that and then lead into one that you actually do have an impression of.
Y'all want to hear my Kermit the Frog?
Go full blown Andy Kaufman
sure.
on it.
Hey, y'all want to hear Kermit the Frog real quick?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's me, Kermit the Frog.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Whoa, holy fuck.
This is literally
I
now.
think so. I'm very proud of that one.
No, literally now that I'm thinking about it, after Riley said, "Oh, the next thing would be to do an impression you're good at." This is literally we're doing an Andy Kaufman bit, y'all. This is literally
I'm not
an Andy
familiar.
Kaufman bit. He used to go up there and be like, "Hello, I would like to do my impression of Jimmy Carter. I'm Jimmy Carter. You stupid, all you stupid. And now I would like to do my impression of Elvis Presley. Well, there's one for the money, two for the show." And people are like, "What the?"
It's a good bit.
It's a good bit. Honestly, y'all, this is bizarre for me to say this, but if any of y'all haven't checked out the work of Andy Kaufman, check out the work of Andy Kaufman. He was not a comedian. He was a performance artist, but he was really good at comedic performance art.
Excellent.
I can't think of any stand-up performer who would be like, "And now I'm going to wrap up the concert. There's a bunch of buses outside of the club. Let's go get milk and cookies."
Hell yeah.
What the? That's awesome.
I want milk and cookies.
Yeah. Also, Cleaver, there's a line for you to read.
On that afternoon, Officer Minkins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? And after he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
So that must mean this blood mark was left here before the Blue Badger was brought in.
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched blabberdash in my courtroom.
Dash.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once but twice.
I told y'all the Blue Badger was the killer.
How?
The entire time, it was the Blue Badger.
Riley's
I've been
right.
saying it for years.
One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time... I just want to let this tape play itself out.
Lost
Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
Oh, that's not what I was gonna say.
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
I object to your objection. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
I object your objection to my objection. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first incident occur?
Well, to summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Minkins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incidente took place in the evidence RAM.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well. Then tell us. When did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented.
I don't think it does.
Proof that shows when the murder took place.
Is this when we can lose?
No.
Maybe?
There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
The little card registry.
Yeah. And no, I know what you're talking about. No, it is not.
Yeah?
We have
Okay.
yet to reach the point where we can actually lose.
Now then, will the defense please present its evidence?
Fuck you.
I want to grow. Whoa.
You just want to grow.
Just want to grow, baby.
I just want to grow. I just want to grow, baby.
I'll play it again. Don't test me.
I just want to grow, baby.
Wow.
Okay, so what shows when the first crime took place of all the evidence?
Be the thing about the thing, you know?
Well, that helps.
Yeah. When people signed into the evidence room.
Okay, so then let's see here.
That's what I was gonna say. The log.
Someone did say that.
Me.
Yeah.
So for
Someone.
Is the answer 420? Oh my goodness, is the answer 420?
Is the answer 420?
Is the answer 420?
420.
I mean, it's the only thing we can't account for.
Let's present it, see what happens. Is the evidence 420? If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
Oh, an ID card. Oh, the ID card record.
Word. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at
450.
Your Honor.
It says here about 4:15. Don't worry, I'm reading.
Oh. That was Judge, I
read.
thought.
If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40.
We put it on Miles.
PM.
Wow.
It's
Who could've seen
always
that coming?
Miles. It's always Miles.
If only there was
Oopsie.
someone in this call who said that
Uh-oh, Miles, you're guilty.
and who was very smart.
Miles, it's 4:40 p.m. Time for your guilty verdict.
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
Miles Edgeworth.
Miles Edgeworth.
What have you done?
I mean, it also could have been at 420, but sure, let's ignore that.
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope. I ain't getting it.
Well, that's not too surprising.
I'm afraid I don't
Very
either.
dense.
It's clear from the luminal?
Luminal.
From the luminal test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
To be fair, they have maybe 5 brain cells between the two of them.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
I would have just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
Unfortunately, did you want to do murder, Edgeworth?
Don't change
Yeah,
the subject.
probably.
Edgeworth?
Don't change the subject.
That would mean the crime must have been taking place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again. And this time, look at the real magical number. There's only one other card number remaining.
Cleaver.
Oh, yeah.
7! 7!
So
7!
true.
7! 7! 7!
7!
7! 7!
I think that was it.
I think you gave
One
it
more.
an extra 7. Okay.
One more for fun.
Talk about a lucky number.
Now, the real lucky number is the time they walked in.
But wait, that doesn't make sense.
You don't make
My
sense.
number. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since
He
there's
was
no record of his card being used
already in
beforehand,
there.
he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only
he was
plausible
staying the night.
explanation. Was that you
His
say?
wife kicked him out of the house, and he was sleeping in the evidence room.
Wait,
It makes perfect sense.
I think.
Perfect crime.
I think you've. I know, Riley. I think that is more conjecture.
I do know. I do know.
No,
Yeah, you're right. I do know. I'm correct.
I said no.
The thing
you
is,
don't-
I'm always right about the things I say.
that.
Right, JB?
yeah, Riley's right.
See?
He went in with.
7! 7! 7! 7! 7! 7! 7!
Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number this
7! 7!
He's gonna
7!
die.
7! 7! 7! 7! 7! 7!
That's one
7!
too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son. The ID number.
7! 7! 7! 7! 7! 7! 7!
It's too funny.
Belongs to someone with the rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the
You're making
authority to
that up.
inquire into such a person's identity.
Who could be so high up in the chain of command that you can't look into who they are?
Gumshoe.
But that's ridiculous! Just how...
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
if an official charge filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge?
You're all lack, aren't you?
Don't say that.
With your cover-ups and your forgeries.
Gonna murder this man.
That's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall.
I would hope so.
I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there.
She's been in here this whole time?
Your own little executive.
Lana?
She could.
Lana?
They could have been giving me shit to do this whole time. This is bullshit. This is homophobic.
Objection, this is really homophobic. Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number, and it's not...
7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident.
The SO9 incident?
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Plead the fifth.
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did.
Oh no.
Alana.
I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
That's a relative statement, Lana.
But Lana.
Even if it involved forging evidence.
Well, dang.
See? That's what I'm talking about. No. No!
Come on, guys! Come on!
Lana's remarks caused such a stir, the chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. That is a loud audience noise, I will say.
It is a loud audience noise.
Loud audience. So, okay, that ends us with Lana admitting to forging evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So, whoopsie.
Uh-oh, gamers.
Things are looking so good at the Wright attorney office.
It is looking bad. Guess we'll leave it on that cliffhanger for now. Who wants to plug themselves first?
Hello.
Okay, Cleveland.
I could do it. Hello, my name is Cleaver. You can find me at most places, Cleaver Bacon. I'm on Twitch at Cleaver Bacon. I'm on Twitter at Cleaver Bacon. I'm on all the websites, Tumblr even sometimes. Currently I'm in the middle of trying to decide what I want to play as a series next on my streams. So tonight's probably just going to be a chill hangout kind of stream.
Ooh, nice.
So hopefully y'all can just kind of vibe with me on that. Tomorrow I'm going to be helping out on Whitmas streams and also kind of streaming a little bit myself. Probably Chaos City, considering that that's the first thing of the day. Probably. Yeah. And, that's about it.
All right.
That's about it from me.
Who wants to go next?
Hi, I'm Riley. You can find me on Twitch and on Twitter at Digitamer Riley. That's DIGITAMERRILEY. Normally I stream Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays right now. On Tuesdays, any game I stream will be related to time travel, and I'm going to be doing a bonus stream. I said that I probably wasn't going to because I was tired, but my rage and the rage that Marshall filled me with woke me up enough that I'm going to be doing bonus stream today, continuing Psychonauts 2, because that game is so fucking good. I gotta play more of it.
There you go. And you'll know it will be exciting because you'll be playing with energy fueled by anger.
And angry
I'll be
energy
passionately
and birthday fuel.
I'll be passionately furious and happy.
Also, I hope that you're enjoying the game.
Oh, it's so good, Cleaver.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a good game.
I want to get a copy. One day I will.
Yeah. Thank you
I'm gonna
very much
steal
for it.
my roommate's Xbox for it.
And speaking of JB's roommate's Xbox, JB,
do you want to plug in your roommate's
I'm gonna plug
Xbox?
in my genius plan.
Okay.
I'm going right now to grab it. No, I'm not. He's playing it probably right now.
Wow.
Also, he's not listening. I made that up.
No. You could find me. You can find me on social media under Gemstone Jester, like Whitmer has kindly put in the chat. I do streams of all kinds. I am currently going through a Sonic the Hedgehog marathon because it is the 30th anniversary. I am going to be streaming with my roommate Nat tomorrow. We're going to do some art and some Final Fantasy XIV. And if I may plug my other roommate Gage for a minute, Whitmer, can I?
Yes, you can.
He is soon to be playing. Oh God, what is it? I retweeted it earlier. I forgot. I mix my days up sometimes with what he's doing. He is going to be streaming Final Fantasy XIV later today. If you are interested in tuning in for that, he is very fun and chill, and if you can, check our channels out when we are live.
Absolutely. And as for me, I have said this at the start of the stream. I mentioned this in the middle of the stream, and it's been up there the entirety of this stream. But the current plan for me tomorrow is that this fundraiser that I've been going through it is so successful, completely exceeded my expectations. I'm actually kind of overwhelmed to the point that if I reflect on it too much, it actually makes me quite emotional. But the current plan is that tomorrow I'm going to do a long fundraising stream where essentially I'm going to be streaming and just trying to do a big stream to get the word out about the final. We got $500 left on that fundraiser, y'all. We just need to get that there, and then I will have my rent covered for the months where I will not be able to work, and I will be very, 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 very happy. And so, to get to the final finishing end goal of that fundraiser, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a humongously long stream. It's going to be like 12 hours, and it's going to be going from noon to midnight Eastern Time. The current plan of action is that I'm going to be playing a bunch of multiplayer games with folks and friends who will pop in and out dependent on what their schedule is. The main 4 games that I have on the docket that I would like to do, I don't know necessarily what order I'm going to be playing them in yet, but the 4 games I'm thinking of doing are going to be Knockout City, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Jackbox, and Among Us. And we're going to be doing like at least 3 hours dedicated to each of those games. And that's going to be what happens here tomorrow. And I really hope y'all can tune into that. I am looking forward to it. I'm really hoping y'all, again, just to quickly, like, throw the plug in there, the fundraiser link if you want to contribute to it, or if you want to just spread it around and share it to people who could help out. There it is. I've put it in the chat right there. You can just copy that. You can, donate if you're, like, able to do that. Obviously, like, if you are not in a great financial situation yourself, then, like, look after your own self. I'm not going to pressure you to do that, but still, just sharing it around to people has been so far, like, the most helpful thing. Like, it's really had an impact, and I'm so, like, genuinely overwhelmed and really tremendously grateful at the amount of support and well wishes, and, like, it's just generally, I won't lie, it's been really life affirming to see the, like, genuine, like, it's the support that people have thrown this way. It's something that I feel eternally, like, I'm just so grateful, y'all. I really am so grateful to it, and I can't do much else but gush over it. And we're just gonna try tomorrow to get that goal to the ending zone, to the end zone, and get it to be completed, and then it'll be cool, and we'll just have fun doing it. So, on that note,
I'm gonna play the E sound effect real quick.
Okay. Now, I am going to ask this of Riley. How soon is the turnaround from what we're doing right now to when you're going to stream Psychonauts 2?
I mean, I have OBS open right now. I just haven't hit, like, start streaming yet, but I could pretty much just go right away.
So then we got a pretty sizable audience here. Why don't we, like, why don't you go live, and then we'll just send everyone on over to your channel.
Yeah.
And keep the good, chill vibes going.
All right.
Do you have a raid phrase we want to send in your chat, or?
Surprise me.
Okay.
I had an idea.
All right. We'll wait for Riley to go before we... Yeah. All right. See you soon, Riley.
All right.
My suggestion was E.
There she flew away.
My suggestion was Griffin McElroy voice 7.
Okay, we shall do that.
8.
Shit, no, it should be 8.
Oh, here, I got it. All right, I'm gonna copy this. Bop.
8.
Bop. Bop. That's the raid phrase. 7. No, 8.
8.
And is she live? Is she live? She better be live, or else.
Or else what?
I don't know. Yeah, she's live. Okay, we're gonna raid Riley. So, thank you all so much for being here. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Let's go say hi to Riley. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Gotta give it a couple seconds.
Number 15. Burger Bing Boob Medes. Gasting Mood Bamimar Burger Bing Burger Miss Foaming Spood Bungas. But that's bit burns bout. That might be Babu Bet.
I'm glad that Uberduck